couple of weeks ago, I went down to the mailbox and got the mail out, and in there was a letter from the Homeowners Association, and I thought, oh no, they're coming after us next. But it was only one for the Board of Elections happened to be coming up. But it did remind me of this. A couple of my neighbors in our community here in Lakewood Ranch had gotten letters from the Homeowners Association, and it said, hey, you've got 30 days to get your roof cleaned. We've noticed that it needs to be cleaned. And so they had to scramble to find somebody to get the roofs cleaned. Now, I've heard about them coming out from gutters and roofs, and sometimes the sidewalks. They'll request that the homeowner get that done because that is part of home ownership. In most of the communities around here is that you need to keep that your driveway and your sidewalk power washed. 30 days to get it done, and they got it done. So I thought, well, I'm going to go ahead and get mine done because it's been, well, we've been here 5 years, and it's been that long since we've had it washed. So we got these guys to come out and give us an estimate on getting it done. Now, these are people that I have used in the past to do the lanai deck and also for the driveway, so I had confidence in them, and they do other projects here in our particular neighborhood. But what he said was there's two different options, and I'm going to read from his quote. The soft wash is the roof is cleaned by application. So they will spray a chemical on there, and then they get up there and just get the chemical off. But that can be very hazardous to the plants. It says not plant friendly. We'll tarp bushes and try and keep a water guy on the ground to keep the grass wet. But the other option was no soft wash, roof cleaned by rotary surface cleaner. 10% solution, will not harm plants, no tarping required. So I watched them do this, and they did a really good job, and I was surprised at the amount of dirt that actually came off the roof when it was being done, because our gutters come out into the center of the yard, and I know that if we'd have done that with the chemical, it could have killed not only our grass but the neighbor's grass. So we elected to go with the rotary scrubber. Now, I know what you're thinking. They're going to get up there and they're going to crack the tiles on the roof. Well, that's exactly what I thought. But what he did was he got up and walked the entire roof and took pictures of the entire roof before he got started. And he showed me that we already had 5 cracked tiles. He went ahead and power washed the entire roof. And then when he got done, he came back and caulked with a tile caulk that's made for roofs and sealed up those cracked tiles. So that gave us a good feeling that not only has our roof been cleaned, but it's also been looked at and had any repairs made that would need to have those tile cracks sealed. So then, of course, one thing leads to the next, which leads to the next. So we ended up having the pool deck done, and then we had the cage itself done, and then we had the driveway done. As long as he was here, we got him to do all of those things. And then, of course, that leads to the next thing. You need to have your windows done. So we had this window crew come out, and they cleaned the inside and the outside of the windows on this house, and it was $189. But what I want to point out is if you're thinking about putting your house on the market, I would suggest that you either, number one, have the roof cleaned, some type of cleaning on it, have the deck done, your pool deck or your lanai cage done, and also the driveway, because there's been many homes that I have gone to that needed to have that done, and it just makes the appearance look a lot better. Also, having the inside and outside of the windows cleaned make it a huge difference on presentation. And it's not something that you actually can see in your forethought about, should we get this done? But when you see how clear and everything comes through those windows, it just makes it so much nicer. Not every time the HOA sends a letter is it bad, but I do think that in some respects they do a pretty good job of keeping things pretty neat and organized in the neighborhoods, cohesive look, and looking out for our values. And I know that there's some times when they go above board and really make it uncomfortable for the homeowners in certain things that they instigate. But in this case, I think that we ended up coming out pretty good, because we didn't get a letter, but we did go ahead and clean the roof. If you find yourself coming here to the Lakewood Ranch area and you're looking for a home, I'd be more than happy to help you find a property that fits your needs. And if you're currently living here in Lakewood Ranch and you'd love good representation on getting your home sold, I'd be honored to speak with you about what that process might look like. And hey, if you're thinking about coming here and you want to see what the latest market activity is for Lakewood Ranch, I'll put a link to that video right here. Mark Boehmig, Michael Saunders and Company.